The electric vehicle market is hitting a wall. Sales growth is cooling, profit margins are shrinking, and the novelty is over. If you're buying right now, the math is completely different. You are no longer comparing two cars with different badges. Choosing between Tesla and General Motors means picking between two strictly opposed financial and engineering ecosystems. On one side is Tesla, a pure-play tech company built strictly for electric vehicles, relentlessly focused on structural engineering and turning a profit on every single car they produce. On the other side is General Motors, a Detroit legacy manufacturer using the billions of dollars it makes from gas-powered trucks to heavily subsidize their new EVs, eating massive losses to keep their sticker prices low. This chart plots exactly how these automakers divide the market. GM sits down here, dominating upfront affordability. Tesla sits up here, requiring a higher entry price, but offering a heavily integrated, long-term tech infrastructure. To figure out which strategy actually deserves your money, we're going to look past the marketing. We need to break down their battery chemistry, their software limitations, and the reality of what they cost to run over 75,000 real-world miles. Tesla packs cylindrical cells directly into the frame, acting as the car's structure. GM uses flat Ultium pouches in a traditional box. Tesla's integration hits 4.5 miles per kilowatt-hour, but severe structural collision damage makes repairs expensive, sometimes totaling the vehicle. General Motors avoids this trap with their Ultium platform. Their proprietary pouch cells can be stacked vertically or horizontally, acting like giant blocks that fit into almost any vehicle shape. That flexibility allows GM to build massive 200 kilowatt-hour battery packs for vehicles like the Hummer EV. But the trade-off is weight. These modular vehicles are heavy, lower in overall efficiency, and requiring you to buy more electricity to travel the same distance. Tesla wins on pure, lean engineering efficiency. But GM's heavier, modular trade-off allows them to offer a much wider variety of vehicle body styles to the consumer. Engineering efficiency only matters if you can consistently refuel the car. Fast charging reliability remains the primary factor if you plan to take your EV on a road trip. Tesla controls its own charging hardware. Their vertically integrated supercharger network delivers 250 kilowatt speeds with 99% uptime. You pull up, plug in, and the car manages the payment and session automatically. GM does not own a proprietary charging network. They rely on a fragmented web of third-party chargers from companies like Electrify America and EVgo. You often deal with multiple apps and hardware caps that limit many GM models to 150 kilowatt rates. This graph illustrates those limits. Tesla's charging curve holds near 250 kilowatts for longer. GM's hardware peaks lower, and at 40% capacity, the charging speed drops steeply. You will spend more time waiting at the station. Tesla's network removes the primary friction of long-distance EV travel. A GM vehicle is currently optimized for local driving with a home charger, as highway stops require more planning and longer wait times. That deep divide in philosophy extends into the cabin. When you look at how these companies handle software and driver assistance, they are offering two different experiences. Tesla relies on a camera-only system called Vision to power autopilot and full self-driving. They have eliminated almost all physical buttons, funneling every interior control through a single central touchscreen. The benefit is a vehicle that receives constant over-the-air software updates and can navigate complex urban streets. The trade-off is a learning curve for basic climate controls and a driver assist system that still requires you to keep your hands on the steering wheel. General Motors counters with Super Cruise. Instead of relying purely on real-time cameras, it uses detailed pre-mapped LiDAR highway data. And crucially, GM keeps traditional physical buttons for your climate and media. For GM, the trade-off is capability. Super Cruise allows for hands-free driving on mapped interstates. But the system shuts off when you exit the highway. It lacks Tesla's capability on local city streets. If you are a tech enthusiast who wants a computer on wheels, you belong in a Tesla. If you are a driver who wants physical volume knobs and a hands-free highway commute, GM Super Cruise is a better fit. All of this engineering and software rests on corporate financial strategies that directly impact how much money leaves your checking account. Right now, GM is losing thousands of dollars on every electric vehicle they sell to lower the upfront MSRP. When you buy a Chevy Equinox EV for $35,000, GM is subsidizing the cost of that car for you. A waterfall chart reveals Tesla's high MSRP, steep depreciation, and insurance premiums. This 5-year cost table compares a Toyota RAV4 against the Equinox and Model Y. Break-even points show you must drive the Equinox 95,000 miles and Tesla 110,000 miles to become cheaper. GM subsidies lower the entry price for budget-conscious buyers, while Tesla's lack of dealership maintenance requirements reduces long-term operational costs. Fuel and maintenance savings accumulate over time, but those high entry costs mean an EV is a long-term commitment, rather than an immediate financial shortcut. This decision flowchart breaks down exactly where you should put your money based on your daily life. If you are a local commuter who can charge at home and your primary goal is the lowest upfront cost, follow this path to the Chevy Equinox EV and take advantage of GM's price subsidies. If you hate navigating touchscreens, want physical climate buttons, and have a long highway commute, this path leads to GM so you can utilize Super Cruise. But if you take road trips and demand engineering efficiency alongside software that will be supported for a decade, your money belongs with the Tesla Model Y. A significant price advantage exists in the used market. Picking up a 2022 to 2024 Model Y allows a buyer to skip the steepest part of the depreciation curve, gaining access to the supercharger network at a price point that rivals a new Chevy.